Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now it is Monday in March, so you know what that means. We are back with another installment of the Credit Card Madness Tournament. This time we are setting up the championship round. So last go around saw the final four set up. Now you guys have been hard at work voting to see who's in and who's out. So of course we will go over that. I'll give you my thoughts about it. And then we have some potential concern or controversy, if you will, about the tournament and who's been qualifying so far. So I will also address that a little bit. Of course, we'll talk about voting as well if you are new here. So if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. So first things, quick recap again. If you are new here, this is the channel's Credit Card Madness Tournament, second year in a row playing. This is basically our spoof or spin off of the NCAA men's basketball tournament, which is happening right now. The difference is we put 16 of the world's best credit cards as selected by you at home against each other. And you get to vote on who's in and who's out. So if your bracket's busted over there, might as well join in here because you're just in time to help us crown a championship in 1 week's time, basically. There's one episode left. So with that, I will link everything down below. So if you want to catch up, you can and still be involved for the finals. But with that, the channel does not waste time building suspense here, so let's get into it. On screen, you have the bracket going into the week. So we had two matchups to talk about, and so the 1 versus 5. We have the defending champion, American Express Platinum card, versus its little brother, little cousin, whatever you want to call it, in the 5 seed, the American Express Gold card. Now, this one was very interesting, but in the end, it was not close. Do your best Down Goes Frazier impression because the gold card takes over, knocks out the Big Brother card with 70.2% of the vote. This was an absolute runaway. It was not close, and I'm kind of amazed that the champion goes down that easily. Now, on the other side of the bracket, saw the 2 versus 3 matchup. Chase Sapphire Preferred versus the Capital One Venture X. Sapphire Preferred being the old guard as well, newly refreshed card versus the card that won card of the year here. And Capital One, keeps putting up a valiant effort. I mean, they're in the news every other week, it seems. But unfortunately, it was not enough, and the House of Diamond prevails, goes on to the finals with 52.1% of the vote. And so there you have it. That is how you guys voted. I think this go around when I closed everything off, we had about 235, 240 votes, so which is great because every week we're getting more and more votes. So, as the tournament heats up, people are voting, and of course, I appreciate that. Now, again, I always tell you how I vote, so let me talk about that now. I voted for the gold card first of all, and I know it's weird because I did just cancel the platinum card, so it might not be that big of a surprise to you, but I'm not super anti-platinum card. It just didn't work for me. However, I do believe that the platinum steals all the shine, but the gold card is Amex's best card by far. I mean, 2 core 4x multipliers you have to eat somehow. You're either dining or you're going to the grocery store, so you're covered. The credits are still annoying, but manageable. So for me, it was an easy pick for the gold, and apparently a lot of people out there agreed with that. Now, on the other side of the bracket, it probably wouldn't surprise you because I'm generally House of Diamond. And by the way, it's House of Diamond, not Diamond. I know I should probably enunciate more, but that's my fault. I just don't want you guys running around saying the wrong thing out there. I picked Sapphire Preferred. Now, the Venture X was tough because, again, they've been in the news so much. Every other week, they're doing something different. They're adding more and more and more. But, however, for me, I believe the Sapphire Preferred, after the refresh, went from being like a worthless card that you only kept for like the cheapest way to have transfer partners to being better than its big brother, the Sapphire Reserve card. And that's as a Sapphire Reserve card holder. We could go through the whole benefits. I think you guys know the card pretty well by now. Clearly you do. 52% of you know it pretty well, at least, because you voted for it, so there's that. So that's how I voted, and for the first time ever, we get the Amex Chase Finals, whatever you want to call it, Lakers, Boston, New York, whoever, New York, and whatever. I don't know the baseball one, but the Lakers and Boston, that's the one for basketball. We'll go with that. So anyways, controversy. Not so much controversy, not so much complaints, but there is concern in the comments that, I'll put the bracket back on screen, when you take a look at it, that after the Elite Eight, we kind of dropped all the no annual fee cards. So you have the Discover It Cash, Freedom Flex, and then the City Custom Cash. And after that, no one made it. And I understand the concern, right? I do, because there's a fan base who likes the no annual fee cards. And so I'm always thinking about how we make this tournament better and everything. And so I'll probably address this more in the final show next week as far as we talk about, what's coming up and what might change next year. But I don't think it's necessarily unfair because, one, we leave it to the people's vote, and number two, last year the Wells Fargo Propel made it to the final. So I'm personally not ready to claim foul just yet, but I would say it's a potentially concerning trend, and how do you weight it appropriately? Or do you weight it appropriately? Do you change anything? So I add this point in just for folks who've been playing every single week, just so you know that I do read them, I do think about it. I'm just not ready to say, we have a problem just yet, because again, last year we had a Propel make it. I was still so sad to see the Freedom Flex go, and then it did, but it wasn't a runaway. So if you have thoughts about it, definitely let me know. And again, there will be a segment in next week's video, the closeout show, towards the end, where I talk about things I might want to change and solicit more feedback. But I did want people to know, as commissioner, I do pay attention to that. So there you go. Now we kind of know what's going on, but let's set up the final matchup that you're going to have to vote for. Of course, we'll talk about voting and everything if you are new here. So again, you have the bracket on screen. Here's the new version, but you can see going into the finals, we have the matchup that we've all wanted, Chase versus American Express. So in the 2 seed, we have the Sapphire Preferred representing the House of Diamond. And on the other side, we have the 5 seed, the American Express Gold Card. So again, here's your final bracket. And again, next Monday is going to be the last show where we crown a winner. So when it comes to voting, again, if you're new here, there will be a Google Forms link down below. This time around, obviously, you're only going to have one matchup to choose from. It's going to be pick one or the other. I will leave that open for just about all week. I'll put the schedule on screen as well. And then, next Monday this time, we will come back and we will crown an official winner. Important to note here again that the Google form will ask you to sign into your Google account, and that's just because last time, especially when we got late in the tournament, someone ended up writing a script and kind of hammering, the one side of the bracket for one card specifically. So that's why I do, but I don't get your email address or anything like that. So overall, there you have it. Everything, again, is going to be linked down below. The schedules and all the past videos will be linked as well if you want to get caught up, because, again, this is the finals. One episode left for the season of the tournament, and then we go into basically R&D mode, trying to make it better for next year. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. So, of course, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And, of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. My question for you guys is, of course, let me know what you think about this, the finals. Are you happy with the Amex Chase finals? What do you think about, this time around? I would say no annual fee cashback not making it as far as they did last year. Is this an issue for you? Let me know your thoughts on it, of course. And, of course, it's the final, so call your shot now. Who's going to win? I'm sure someone will start taking bets and set up odds down below. Can't sanction it, but I'm sure someone will do it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So again, thank you so much for watching. Of course, I will see you very soon on Monday to crown a winner. So until then, take care.